Hello fellow academics and welcome back to one of our games. It's going medieval. We're now on a new update, and because of all the difficulties I had in the last run through, I decided to completely reinstall and start again. Kind of works out with this new update as they have improved the AI, and we will try at least to play accordingly. I'm gonna play on survival, play on very hard, because that's just what we do. We're also going to be playing as Lone Wolf. And after randomizing a couple of times, we will... You know what? We'll just select the valley. Let's stay in the valley this time. So, moderate amount of limestone, lesser amounts of iron and salt. Should be okay. But plentiful vegetation and fertile soil and clay. So, now. We need our character. Let's, I would say, just re-roll a couple times. And then see what we can do with that character. Usually I would say we need some construction and we need some botany. At botany of 0, that's a little bit too tough. Construction 20 sounds good, botany of 5, but eager to learn. Meaning they will pick it up a lot faster. So we're gonna keep that. Who is a cannibal? Yes, that is interesting. And the green thumb, that helped us with our botany skills, so, you know, fair enough. Alright, let's just leave it at that. I don't know how to pronounce that name, so let's randomize it. Loveta, I like. Alright, Loveta Dropline. Let's go. And yes, we're gonna embark. Now, let's hope that after reinstalling the game, we're in a bit of a better situation overall, and that we will not run in as many trouble as we had in the last run through. Specifically when the raiders came and actively attacked us. The loading screen does take a little while to load in the beginning. Does seem like it's frozen, so when I click you see kind of this, I guess, blue wheel of death. But we just need to be patient, it will load eventually. And then we are ready to go. I am going to miss Uniton. It was fun playing on it, but again, kind of the overall issues that came with it were a little bit too much. Alright, so for a blizzard, we were left alone. We got lost, and you know, we're just taking it like a champ. Are we not sworn a warrior's path? So we're gonna make this place our own, and the place is called Colchester. Here we go. Quick pause. Zoom out a little bit. We do have a dog. The dog's name is Braxen. Braxen, that sounds good. Let's definitely assign him to hauling and to us. Just so we have all of this sorted. Now, unlike in the previous one, where we had a specific location to settle in, just to make it more defendable, we do not have that, that option right here. Oh, that's actually interesting. It is darker in the middle. I wonder why. Let's see if we can scroll down a little bit. It does actually go deeper. Now that would be kind of cool if the settlers could, for example, not swim across the deep waters. Alright, otherwise it is a smaller map than what it was before, but overall I don't think that's too much of an issue. So let's see. There's nothing really that sticks out in terms of where we should settle. So instead, let's do what we did the last time and start looking for some deer. And by deer, I mean the deer that is already dead. By just highlighting it and checking out the bottom right here, we should be able to find any, if there are any. And here's the first one. We found one, double click, trying to select multiple. Coming a little bit further out, this is the only one in this area. So let's still continue to look for others. No deer, still no deer. Maybe there is only one in this map. That would be a little bit sad. No, here is another. Let's unlock this as well. There's one more over here. We're also going to allow all the clay to be taken, because that will help us build definitely our first stoves, not stoves, braziers, which again will help keep our settler warm. Alright, I think that is all the deer that we have. A little bit more. Clay over here, another 105, and I think that'll do. Now for our first build, or first house, first of all, there's a little bit of rocky soil that should contain some limestone, just for us to keep in mind for the future. We do have some salt over here, which is kind of nice. I like the idea of being close to some water, at least. So we could either put our settlement over here, or just in between those two. So the sun at the moment is in the bottom left. It will go to the right, meaning this corner right here might actually be ideal for farming. All right. Which makes me think maybe actually right in the middle between those two will be the perfect spot to settle. Right. So that's what we're gonna do. Not overthink it too much. We're going to unlock all of the material right here. Next thing we're going to do, as usual, is have her equip the bow and the cap. And now we're gonna pause again and build our first storage. There we go. Again, right in the... Actually, maybe we're not gonna build it. Maybe we'll actually stick here. Stick to this area right here. It's a tough choice. It's a bit easier when, you know, the map kind of dictates where you could be settling. Or we could actually just settle here. You know what? Let's settle here. Let's first harvest a little bit of the grass over there. And at the same time, we are going to put in a stockpile. Leave a little bit of space. But this stockpile will serve our dog as a target, so they can actually bring in all the material that we could possibly need. Alright, they are harvesting stuff now, and it's already failed. I guess our botany skill was only 5. But, you know, it will be okay. More harvesting to be done, and then we need to start chopping down some trees. Unfortunately, when it comes to trees or these kind of maps, we need to make sure that we're chopping down the trees in time. It is 9 AM. We're gonna build a relatively small first entryway, basically. Well, not entryway, but area for us to live. Gonna for now fill it all up with wooden walls. And then we're going to place our doors. I want to say on this side. So let's go ahead, place the door here, and then 2 windows with a little bit of a gap, just to make sure our girl can just chill in there and, you know, be happy. All right. So with that, we're almost ready for here. Put a rooftop over it. Make sure we will also place a brazier, like a clay brazier in this case. Unlike before where we used the limestone, clay makes a lot more sense. All right, and then she obviously needs a sleeping spot, so we're gonna put that in. Well, still harvesting. It is 3 PM now. So come on, you can do this. And now she is building the walls. Can't quite see it. We need to zoom out. Here we go. overall, I think this will do just fine. Right, now this will be a, kind of an initial outdoor hut, which will serve us well. But later on, we do want to expand to a much bigger facility. We need to keep in mind with the new update, our enemies can build ladders. They can also take down walls. So we need to, figure something out on how to deal with all of that. Overall, I think we're doing good progress. Do we have enough? We should have enough wood to finish this building, which is great. 8 p.m. Yeah, she will make it just in time. Now we do have a few sticks left, not a ton to be honest. Once she is done with the rooftop, we have our house ready to go. And we will be able to chop down more trees, again, gaining more wood for our building needs. All right, there we go. It's a chamber. It's modest. Great. We are going to fill the entire inside with wooden floors, plural. And once that is done, we also need to harvest some of the herbs. And I think I want to harvest some of that food as well, just to be in a little bit of a better spot. Auto-saving, which means it is midnight, and she is already sleeping. Braxen is this time at least sleeping in the same house as we are. I guess it's the only house we have, so kind of makes sense. All right, next day is coming. We need to prep accordingly. So not leisure, we need to put in workstation, one butchering table right here, as well as a campfire. Oh, interesting. This is now accessible to all sides. I like the new style. All right, let's put the campfire in there as well. I hope, at least, that the campfire will not set our house on fire, but we'll see how this goes. Okay, let's actually go in. How would we remove the floor underneath? Maybe it is already removed. Where is she? Harvesting resources. I guess that is good. All right. She's still harvesting stuff, and now she's going to keep chopping things down. I think we need her to start constructing the campfire and the butchering table because we ran out of food, and I don't want her to get super sad. Deprived of company. Interesting. Anyways, we don't want her to get sad simply because she doesn't have any proper food. Not forever, until she has 3. I'm also gonna unselect the red currant and the barley for now. Once she has built that, pause. I'm going to set the meat to be not forever again until she has 30. I'm going to high prioritize the production. Unpause, and now we're going to set her to cook as the highest priority. Right, we're definitely getting some food out of there, which is awesome. Let's see if we can't. Yeah, here we go. We removed the wooden floor underneath the fireplace. It made me a little bit worried that, you know, this might just break. So here we go. Here's cooking. It's a ton of meat. We do need the floors in there. At the moment, things are not decaying super fast, but, you know, this will not stay like this forever. Also need to make sure that the waste that we have in here is not stored on the inside. We're going to place another stockpile, dumping stockpile just outside. Make sure this one is not set to store any of our animals. And let's make sure the inside is not storing any humans. Alright, here we go. She keeps chopping stuff down. Maybe I will reduce the amount of trees she's supposed to cut. So she can go back in there and then deal with the rest here. Alright, next thing we're going to add is some leisure activities. First of all, check what religion she is. Nothing. Restitutionist, I guess. So let's go in here, make it out of wood, and place that right here. Let's construct this first, because it will make you happy. Liking entertainment and religious activities, so that will definitely help. And then we're going into our leisure again and put in a backgammon table. Once you are done praying, which it is now, you can actually go ahead and start building the table right away. And then she can sort of wrap up the rest around here. We're already running out of space. I'm surprised our dog hasn't actually moved the bones out yet. Alright. Let's make sure... Actually, I guess we could do urgent haul, but I think it's fine. Very close. Briefly, I was thinking about like high prioritizing things, but you know, wrong game. So we'll leave it at that. All right, day is over. Time for a sip for me. And she is doing what they always do. They place the floors in the weirdest possible scenario. First you build it all the way over here, where there don't need to be any floors. Then you build 3 over here, where there's nothing on top. And then under the sticks, I was like, what are you doing, girl? Alright. We do have still, I think, enough wood to work through this. We also have actually a bunch more wood over there. Let's high prioritize the hauling of this. Maybe Braxen can get it over. And then I think we should think about putting in a table as well. A small one, so she can eat at the table. Well, that's relatively big. And put in a couple of wicker stools that will allow her to sit and eat properly. Alright, and with that, our first building is done. It's not the greatest, but it will work for her to, you know, stay alive. Alright, so usually we would consider this pretty well sorted, but we need to keep in mind that our new enemies can actually chop down any of the walls over here. Which means we want to make sure that we have a city wall basically around this. So I'm gonna have her start all of that right away. And for now, we're just gonna leave it like that. I wonder if I have a door. If they will prioritize going for a gate. If they will prioritize going for the gate. Or if they will still aim to, you know, chop down everything instead. So let's put that in here. And then, like before, we're... actually don't like the way this has turned out. Right. So maybe we put the entrance over this way rather than over here. And I think in the long run, will that be enough space for all of our endeavors? I actually don't know, to be honest. We do have some water in here, which will be essential for us. as it will allow us to quench the fires that might break out when the enemies are coming. But the door is in this direction. Maybe we're gonna add a door over here instead and then turn this into our entry area. And you know what? We're gonna do exactly that. So I'm gonna place a door. Well, it could be nice to place it right in the middle. We're just gonna place it here, making sure we have these half moon doors, right? So it looks like a proper gate. And then we're going to add a sort of entryway for our, like, trap of death, I guess, to kind of be sorted or like placed in there. Alright, so she is building all of this. We do need the doors again on this one. And put in the half moons again, which I think creates a good overall area right there. Next thing that we want to consider is we're gonna, for now at least, place these floors in here and then go into our merlons and place them all around, all made of wood. I think this should prevent the enemies technically from climbing these areas, but it might also not. So we'll see, we'll see. I think it is a good start though. Okay, just to there, and the same over here. And then we're just gonna wrap this up. Wooden merlons. And we follow through over here. Alright, here we go. Make it look a bit nicer on the corners. This is a corner piece. This is a corner piece. Facing the direction. This already is. And then this one is as well now. Alright, now this doesn't have a ton of doors over there, which means they will actually get through there relatively quickly. So I think I'm gonna add another gate in the middle. And definitely remove this one, which will allow us... Oh, was this the right direction? Oh yeah, I guess so. To have at least 3 gates for them to walk through before they hit our settlement. Now, as you can see, we are low on wood to make all of this happen. So I think the next thing that she should be doing is chopping all of this down. Oh, look at that. I found another deer. How did I miss that before? Maybe the deer just died. Okay, quickly go and get it. We also kind of want to make sure we're harvesting all the berries that we can. And I think we're gonna also harvest more of the high grass, tall grass, because that is what will allow us to build more beds. So I'm gonna do a lot of these. And in addition, we need a little bit of storage somewhere, which I think will be nice if we place it in this corner. So that's exactly what we're gonna do. Okay, just put it in like that. That should give us enough of a space or an area to place the ceiling on top. Alright. What is she doing? She is harvesting. I guess that makes sense. The research table is still missing, but I think that is okay. And now we breathe. Alright. He's still running back and forth. Our storage in here is completely full, which I guess makes sense. We're going to remove the materials. I think all raw materials. Yeah. I'm gonna put a storage area for just raw materials for now over this corner. They're all raw materials. Here we go. And you know what? We're also going to remove the fodder from here and the tree seeds or saplings. While it will be good to keep them around, I think that's future worries. Interestingly enough, you can build these, but all of these walls are apparently too expensive. Don't know why, but I guess it is fine. Right, we also need to make sure that we have a stairway up over here. Maybe we'll actually place it right there. So they can actually get up here and then start shooting our enemies as they approach. She's still harvesting a ton. Maybe I set her to harvest too much. But yeah, you know. It will be beneficial. And she will level up her botany skill, I hope. Let's look. Already at 8. Awesome. So this is going pretty well. With her being excited about it, which also makes her happy. She's very lonely, she's uncomfortable, she slept in an uncomfortable bed and is wearing ugly stuff. Sorry girl, nothing I can do right now. In the future, we'll work on it. We'll work on it. Okay, I'm really hoping our enemies will not immediately go for the walls, but, you know, we'll first try to go through the doors. But, yeah, we'll see. See. At this point, it could be anything. I am excited though to try it out, see what the new AI looks like. But we might just have to always just face them? I don't know. Merchant is coming. Good. Oh, we do have barley over there. I do need you to harvest the barley. Even more so than all that grass over here. Or the grass over here. Or this. Or these. Right. And the next thing we really need to do, we need to get her to produce a lot more food. So we can actually negotiate with the merchant and get some alcohol in. Alright. Braxton is doing a good job. What are you doing? Enjoying entertainment? I don't think so. Actually, first barter. Let's see what the merchant has, and maybe we already have enough to sell. Where are you coming from? Oh, the barley. Here we go. Merchant is in. Stick trap. No thanks. Barley. No. Dubious booze. We actually need the seeds. And I'm just going to buy all of them. And I kind of want the booze too. I'm going to sell 10 of our herbs for all of this. And I think that's a good deal. So let's accept it. And she's immediately drinking. Good for her. And now playing games. Guess that kind of makes sense. I also need to put in a wicker floor over there just to prevent stuff from decaying. Where did everything get stored? I guess we did have enough space overall. Very nice. Right. So this will kind of be the starting point of our fortress, I guess. And maybe in the long run, we're just gonna expand it in the back here, like triple walls, super high walls, and then have like a multi-tier area down there. Yeah, we'll see, we'll see. Oh, this doesn't need to be 30 anymore, we're going back to 3. There's some roasted meat that's just laying out now because there's not enough space. Did I not remove the seeds from here? Oak saplings. Oak saplings. Yeah. Auto saving. Is this not? Oh, I forgot to actually set it to be stored over here. Alright, here we go. As she is going back to bed. Let's hopefully harvested a little bit. Nope, not really. If she did, butchered it all. Guess that's fair enough. Right, we do have a little bit of barley too, which is not a ton, but you know, it's a starting point. I wonder how much wood do we have stored? 96. Which again, not a lot. But once she starts chopping away the rest of the trees, we should be able to get all of this done. Look at them. 2 foxes and 2, what are they called? Polecats? Just chasing each other. You know, fair enough. Right, we had an okay start. This might have been a little bit too small. I wish I would have made that a little bit bigger. Not a lot, but a little. Nonetheless, I think it's starting to look okay. It is warning us now to build up our defenses, and we're gonna keep working on building up our walls in the next episode, where we're going to finish up our area of death over here, and then see where it all takes us. Alright, with that, I am going to end the episode. It seems to be running a little bit smoother. So far, I like the cosmetic changes at least they've made to the new part of the game, or the new iteration, new update in the game. So it's a good starting point. Let's hope it keeps up like that. And with that, I am going to say thank you all for watching. If you haven't subscribed yet, please consider doing so. Leave a comment below if you want to see the rest of this new season, or if you'd rather see me play a different game. I am up for suggestions. Alright, thank you all for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Bye bye.